circus I've seen around here in quite a few years.
Yeah, too bad they hadn't stopped in and spent the day with us here. I don't know why the everything always bypasses and gets down into all these other towns. Leamington, Blenheim, Amherstburg, Windsor.
What have we got going on here?
Didn't you see the circus go through, boy?
Yeah.
Well, now, this is just showing that it does pass through Kingsville.
Oh, I see.
We really don't do any more for her, so really.
Well,
we could sure get a good turnout, I think.
Yeah, right.
90% of us don't do anything, only loiter around town.
Well, the reason I'm not working is raining.
You wouldn't be doing anything anyway, so.
Well, don't tell everybody.
I got a lot of plowing to do, so I can't be fussing around you fellas.
See you, lady.
You want a circus to come to town, do you?
Hey, a good idea.
It would be. Hey, you don't think you got enough circus down here, eh?
No, it's been a long time since I've seen a circus.
All right. Maybe you can give me the address of the chap that's in charge of the arena fund there, and we'll see what we can do for next year. Okay, good.
Just as soon as
Well, I'll drop him a line this winter and get in touch with him.
Okay,
then, Doc.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What I have is an old-fashioned tent circus. We call it Royal Brothers, and we'd like to come to your town for 2 shows, and the date is in May. It's May 28th, and I only have 1 date open. And we show a day every week, so 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday, we're putting on a show. And the way we work the circus is that we bring the circus to your town, and we do all the advertising and pay for the advertising. And what we ask you, a Lions Club or Kinsman Club, Rotary Club, and all the organizations we work for throughout the year, is to sell the tickets ahead of time. And this is how you make your money.
Other than that, whether there's 200 people or 2,000 people,
Right, we still
we have
show.
no guarantee that's your problem.
That's right. So it's up to you guys to get out and sell some tickets. And we have a very, very fine circus. It is the only Canadian circus that travels with a tent. There's 35 animals on the show. We have a lot of pretty girls, a lot of dogs and monkeys, ponies, 2 elephants, and a 2,800-pound hippopotamus. And good luck on your ticket sales, and we'll look forward to seeing you in May.
Come on, every man on the canvas. Let's go, pull it, pull it.
What happened, Al? Lug sheared on the wheel and came off. So now it's a 1952 trailer, so we're out at the junkyard trying to find 52 lugs, you know, for the damn thing, so it's a little hard.
Did you find them?
Yeah, I found them, finally.
How long do you think it'll take before you get on the road?
Oh, I don't know, 20 minutes, half hour.
Any damage done to the
No,
trailer?
no, just,
What about your time
it's
now?
inconvenience. Now we're, yeah, everybody's waiting for breakfast. No, they missed their sausage and eggs.
What time is it now then?
Let's see, it's going on to 11 o'clock, and we show at 2 o'clock, so we're gonna have to really go.
Open?
Oh, yeah, I sent them all over there. I told them a free show over there in just a few minutes, but I wouldn't open until about 10 minutes or 2, okay?
Are we keeping
What
you back?
time is it?
It's 10 after 1.
Hell, I don't care. We're not going to be late.
Oh, yeah, we'll make it. We still got the seats to put in, but that's all right. We'll open up the midway, and they'll entertain themselves out there, and that'll give us an extra 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm taking a little bit of a break myself right
John
now.
is my partner in the circus, and his family is a traditional circus family. We've been in it for about 4 generations. And Corky is his brother, He introduces the acts in the show and also does the sideshow for us.
They'll be all right. They'll get a hot meal tonight. Everything will go on as normal.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and just tell them now, just with your lungs, you're going to have a little something doing, and don't lay the emphasis too much and we're going to be late because we won't be that late. Okay? See you later.
They'll get thirstier and buy more Coke and clap louder, maybe.
Well, as you know, it's the concessions, the popcorn, the peanuts, the candy floss, the souvenirs, the balloons, the programs. That's the sale that we count on to make some money. Without it, we couldn't survive. The cost of the tickets is just to move the show. That just picks up the operational expense of hauling up the tents and the elephants and all the equipment. Heck, on gasoline alone, we spend about $300 a day, so we can't make it off the ticket sale. The candy, the concession, that's our bread and butter.
Virginia and Antoinette. Here come the clowns. It's wash day at the circus.
The real problem isn't putting on the show. That's just a sideline. Our real business is the logistics of transportation and getting all the equipment over the road, putting out, tearing it down, getting the concession supplies and so forth. That's the part most of the audience don't see, and that's really the best part of the show. Well, this is our third season. We travel on about 15 trucks, and we hit mostly the small towns. Like in Ontario, we showed Tecumseh, Petrolia, Blenheim, Elmer, towns of that size, and that's why they call us a high-grass circus. We play 120, 140 towns each year, and that's a town a day. And that's pretty well it. Just put it up, take it down, catch some sleep, and drive to the next town. Good Lord willing.
Some local guy come and told us to get the hell off the property, that we had no business to be here. And my beef is that the Optimist Club has sold $1,900 worth of tickets, so somebody knows that we're here. And the guy told me to get my lawyer. I was going to need him. He was going to go down town and call a cop, and I told him to go ahead and get the cop. I'd be glad to talk to him and the police, too. You have these headaches. There's some irate crackpot. Maybe he owned the property and sold it, and the deal ain't gone through or something. That's probably what it'll wind up to be, because the Optimist Club surely wouldn't have give us this for our advertising, you know, this far ahead of time, and sold tickets for a performance and not be sure about having this property to show on. But the Optimist Club ain't showed up except to check up their tickets. That's why I was a little perturbed. A town, when a town is that way, it's usually a start at City Hall. We've had one guy come from the City Hall. He says, "Where's your people's license?" Well, hell, we don't buy the license. Our committee buys the license. When they sign our contract, they obligate themselves to get license or waivers or permits for the show. And somebody's contacted that City Hall from the Optimist Club. The Optimists aren't a bunch of jerks, you know. So the guy from the town hall, he okay, what do you want, some passes? Here's your passes. They give them the passes, and the guy from the health department, here's your passes, you know. And so they left. Nice guys. They're coming to the show, and I'll be glad to have them. And then this little thing shows up. It just upsets you. You know the problems we have with the tent today. You know, we got green help and so forth. So if I wasn't tired, I probably wouldn't even bother me. But now I'm arguing with my old lady and the town folk and everybody.
Bye now. Bye. See you.
Hey, now turn it around. Out there, it's easier. Just walk to your right, that's it. Underneath the rope. Now just swing right on back this way and bring your point first. Right through here, just duck a little bit. Okay, up we go. Now watch your head, neighbors.
Right in there. Let your end down, back up.
Back it up. Okay, just 1 second. Go on with it. Go on with it. Go on with it.
We need to start.
Now you big guys, get on each end of it. Looks like a centipede. Now watch them little kids, you don't walk over them. Okay, let's get back in now.
For the benefit of you people who have not yet...
Come here, come here, come here, come here.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'd like to take this time to introduce some of the performers to you. On my far right, David McDavid is our Scottish Highlander. Standing directly next to him is Sailor Doc Riggs. Sailor Doc Riggs is one of the only tattooed men left in the world. And he's tattooed in places that you didn't even think they could put tattoos.
Come here.
Warbler!
We have 8,000
Warbler!
pounds of elephant.
Hi!
Elephant.
Well, now I got to get my trucks out. I'll move that piece of equipment. Make no mistake. What?
What are you trying to do?
Well, I am trying to take and get my circus on a piece of property
I realize that.
made available by the Optimus
I
Club.
realize that. I realize
Well,
that.
then why are you blocking my equipment into an area I can't get
why
out
is
of?
I'm afraid the kids around that pipe over there.
Well, hell, put your equipment up against the pipe, but don't block my trucks in. I got to get them in and out down there.
Well,
Now, you're not going to move it?
I don't really want to move it.
Well, you're going to have to. I've got to get that equipment out of there. What happens if I need to get an ambulance or something in there? Then what happens? Do I send it to you? Say, hey, go downtown and get Joey.
Can't they get down through there with that big tree there? Get through there with their trucks and stuff through there?
If I can get out that way, I'll take it out that way. But I don't understand this. I've had 3 people from the city. I've had you and some nincompoop in a blue car come out here raising hell with me, calling me a goddamn fool, until I'm sick of it.
Well, I didn't know anything about this till about 2 weeks ago, honestly. I didn't know. I knew.
Well,
you were
isn't that
coming.
enough advance notice to cancel us 2 weeks ago rather than today?
Well, I knew about it 2 weeks ago, and I said they could have the whole back area.
Well, that's all we're using.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, all we're using is that is for an approach to
Yeah.
get in and out of that
Okay,
joint.
then what I don't want then is anybody to park in here. We can't have any parking.
I sent word up by my assistant manager. He must have talked to somebody up here that we would not park cars in this
wasn't
area.
talking to me.
I told him to
I'm out
block
in the
that
field.
gate.
I was out in the field.
Oh, you like me? You work, huh?
Yeah, I was in the field.
Okay, put something across this thing here. But leave it, and I'll put one of my men on that gate to keep the hell out of there. But
I agree on that.
okay, tell him to take that thing there and park it across this gate.
Oh, no, you got to get out tonight. So
Yeah, but okay, put it across that gate. Leave me one gate or the other. I'll watch the gate.
Okay, if you watch the gate, as long as nobody parks.
I'll get a cop down here and ain't a sumbitch gonna park out there.
Okay.
Okay?
Agree with it.
Joey, you're all right.
Okay,
Thanks a million. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This show will be all out and all over before the main circus starts, so you have plenty of time to go to the sideshow before the main circus.
Here to feed the guy. Now who wants peanuts?
Who wants more?
Peanuts here to feed the circus elephant. Now who wants peanuts? Quarter 25 cents.
What's over there?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Royal Brother Circus Sideshow. And for our first presentation this evening, I would like to bring to you my good friend, Mr. David McWindy, on the Scottish bagpipe.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Very well done. Thank you, music lovers. Now, children and ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, I am now going to try to explain the modern tattooing system. Reaching in here, I'm going to show you a modern electric tattoo machine. The machine consists of a shaft with needles soldered upon it, driven back and forth by 2 little coils. Operates much upon the order of a common ordinary electric bell. Now I have one point that I try to get across. Before you are tattooed, make sure you want the tattoo and you'll be happy with it. I'm completely tattooed. There are some very nice pieces, and some of these could be taken off in the fleshier parts. So I think I made my point. Before you get tattooed, you plan it and you'll be happy with it. Now at this time, I sell photographs of myself, and I sell them for a quarter. And anyone would like to get a photograph of myself, I would be more than glad to wait upon you at this time. If not, I'm going to ask Dennis to take over and entertain you with the next act.
Thank you, Doc. This young man is a 3rd-generation fire eater. His father and his grandfather before him were fire eaters, having learned the art in the Orient many, many years ago. He uses no chemicals in his mouth whatsoever. Those torches have been soaked in gasoline, and they are hot. Please watch El Flamo.
Yeah, well, you see, now, he's never seen a circus. The year before last, he joined us as a working hand. And he had the moxie to stay with the thing, and he's graduated to his first step up as a sideshow, at Flamo. and then from there into the performer. That's what he wants to be as a performer. Well, he's learning a little bit at a time. I don't think he's learning as fast as he thought he would, because it just takes, a few more years. But at least he sticks with it, And he does pretty fair on the trampoline and with the fire eating, and we're building him a tight wire rigging, which I imagine you'll see that in action before you leave, really, the tight wire. But he's good. If you had 6 like him, well, it would take a lot of pressure off.
It sort of tastes like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Flamo, the human blowtorch. Now, boys and girls, it's my turn to try to entertain you with a few feats of prestidigitation. And that's a great big word for a little bit of magic.
A lot of people can juggle 3 balls, and it's a simple pattern. You can see one ball just goes under the other, and it's the same thing with anything that you juggle in 3, except when you change up to what they call a fountain, like this. And you can do various things with the fountain. You can drop a lot. The kids all like that. And then this bit, you really look like you're getting with it, but you're not. And all in the world this is juggling 2 objects in one hand and 1 object in the other. It's simple. You go the inside and the outside. And here's something that not too many jugglers attempt, because at this point, everything has left the hand. And so you got to concentrate on 3 things instead of just a couple. You see that? Everything leaves the hand.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Juggling Michaels.
And I'm not really a very good juggler. I think I am a good showman. It's the sizzle that sells and not the steak itself. It's how you present the act, and how you do it. Yeah, do you know how long it took me to learn that? About 10 seconds, and I put it in the act. The guy said, I'm going to show you how to spin plates. And he gave me one of those, and I put it in the act that evening. And there's nothing to it. Anybody could do it, but I think people like it. They like that. I suppose there's a half dozen guys on the show can do the same act, Whether they could sell it as well or not. And I don't mean that as a brag, but that is my specialty, is how I can sell an act. Take a mediocre act and sell it, and I think that's important. In other words, I'm not a juggler's juggler. I'm not a technician. And I got into this business by choice, and I love it. Ha!
Oh. You got another one to serve over here?
As you know, we pick up most of our working crew on the way. They're mostly young guys. They're trapped in these towns. They're fed up with the type of job they're doing, and they want to see the countryside. They want to see the rest of Canada, so they join on with the circus. And of course, the first good night of rain, they get their feet wet while they're gone the next day. It's like the 2 guys we hired in Delhi. Well, they're gone this morning, and we don't know where they're gone. They just disappeared. A lot of the animals we lease. That elephant out there, Ellie, we pay about $200 a week for her. That old hippo in the cage, about $90 a week. And the performers, sometimes they can be a pain, They're sort of prima donnas of the show business. They're the ones that get all the applause, and sometimes you have an argument with them and they quit. They just leave you flat. So you have to call an agent in Toronto or Montreal or Tampa, Florida, and get another act to come out on a plane and go on from there. They drive you nuts, but that's the excitement, and that's what keeps you in the business. We've gone a lot of places where shows never have gone before, like Newfoundland and a lot of the Quebec towns and Northern Ontario. And
The first tent circus ever went to Newfoundland was this one here. They never had a tent show there before. They had the circuses in the buildings, but never a tent.
We find our best business in towns between 2,000 and 3,500. And these are the towns that don't have a theater. They don't get much in the way of entertainment. And TV isn't hurting us like it used to. And the big cities are just too sophisticated for our type of entertainment. They don't care. And we compete with everything, the taverns with all their entertainment, the bars and the hotels, cinemas and everything, all the restaurants. So most towns we play don't have a theater, and the amount of live entertainment they get is very minimal. Maybe they only get 1, 2 touring shows every 5, 10 years. I don't know what makes one town a show town, you know, from another. If we knew that, we knew the secret. That's like getting the key to the Midway, I guess, or, you know, knowing everything about the stock market. That's sort of, I guess, the enigma of the circus business.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, in the center ring, we proudly present the sensational Zenzanis.
Are you a pressure digitator?
Alola, Lord. Hey, Caddy!
I got 2 ends tied up now. That's it. I think we could hire that. I imagine the budget's about right, anyways.
God bless you. Where you go? God bless you. Send me the picture.
You watch the flag will go down. The wind is blowing in an easterly direction now.
Right, that flag
The flag
up there.
will go down, it'll be dead still, and then the wind will pick up and blow in a westerly direction. The wind will come from the west.
And we'll get about 15 minutes of rain.
15 minutes of rain. I talked to a fellow lived here for 42 years. He knows what he's talking about. He's a farmer.
Then I'd be safe in getting my raincoat.
That's why I got my raincoat. I figured 15 minutes in this
You want
thing.
my umbrella?
No. I'm not going to ruin my tux tonight, though, I'll tell you.
15-minute raincoat.
You gotta look good for Aunt Betty.
By golly, the flag has stopped flying. Pretty soon now, it's going to start flying this way. When it gets real hot like this, and it gets real rainy like this, then I don't do any business because I sell candy apples and I sell souvenirs, and the hot weather and the rainy weather demolishes both businesses, unfortunately. So if it stays like this for about 2 weeks, I'll go bankrupt, unfortunately. Well, I'd hate to count them. Anytime the weather gets this way, I go bankrupt. It's awful to have to start all over again at my age, about 3 or 4 times a year at least.
Tail, Ellie, tail.
Here come the elephants. Big Ellie and Starlight.
Come up here, move it up. Come here, move it up. All right, come in line. Ellie, come in line. All right, salute. Steady. All right, Ellie, move up. Come here. Starlight up. Hurry up, get up there. Up, skip Ellie. Salute, Starlight, steady. All right, come in, move up, get over. Ellie, come here, Tub. Come in, Starlight, come here. Ellie, Tub, up. Move it up, come here, Starlight, move it up. Come here, move it up. Come up here, turn, Ellie, turn. She's dummied up on me. All right, feet. All right, change, steady. All right, change, Ellie. All right, trunks. All right, feet. Stand, up. Ellie, stand. Up, steady. Thank you.
What's happening, John?
It looks like we might have a storm brewing. But it always, you never can tell up here. Down in Texas, I'd be scared to death and have the tent down by now. And it can sure happen in a hurry. And they all you can do to prepare for it is just tie off every rope you got and drive every stake and then hope for the best. As far as making them stakes hold any better, you know, that's, they're in and that's that. And that's the worst thing in the world around these things, the blowdown. They very seldom anybody gets hurt, you know, because the canvas cushions the fall with the poles and that. But what a mess. What a mess.
I was running out of something to say when that little girl, he brought the little girl up and I didn't know what to say.
I was going, no, come on, John. Slosh. I did it.
Hold the bottle for a minute. Who's that?
Perf, you're a ham.
Now, every clown in show business that I ever knew has generally their own makeup. They may be the same characters, but there are little idiosyncrasies, little things that you can do to your face that the makeup soon becomes almost a trademark. So as I said, the unwritten rule in this business is for you never to copy anybody else's makeup because it's very unprofessional and it usually doesn't do you any good anyway. Because the makeup that I'm going to put on fits my face, but it won't fit anybody else's face.
You'll be able to ride down this way. There's no need to stand in line when they open the front doors. We have a lot of your friends and neighbors on the inside. They will be coming out, and then we will open the door and let you go in. Ladies and gentlemen,
It's called guying out. It'll hold the tent to the ground. See, the tent's just like a great big kite. If the wind gets it right, it can pull it right out of the ground.
it operates exactly like it did.
With little children, it's strange how they will react. But if you look at them in surprise, they will be surprised. Or sadness, or happy.
I say the rain came, chased them under that marquee, and you ain't gonna get them out of there for love nor money. And I guess, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm ruining a $200 tux, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get the hell out of the rain right now.
Yeah. And the only way we can get the festivities started is if you come back out of there with me out here. It's not raining bad. That's just a California mist that came in.
One, two, three.
Louie, Louie, chicken chop suey.
Well, back to the stew pot chicken. Now, boys and girls, I know that you knew that old rubber chicken couldn't talk. All except this guy here, but that's his problem. I want to show you something. See the little gadget I just took out of my mouth? That's called a Swiss Warbler ventriloquist whistle. And this is the little gadget that magicians and ventriloquists have been using to fool all the boys and girls. A couple of years ago, I made a trip to Japan. And while there, I made arrangements with the company to furnish me with a quantity of these whistles. If you'd like to have one, you can get one from me for what it cost us to have them manufactured and shipped here to Canada, 25 cents. This does conclude our Circus Sideshow presentation. We thank you one and all. If you want to whistle, step right up. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now don't forget to read the instructions. Honey, I don't have change for a $2 bill. No, I'm sorry. All I've got is 75 cents in change.
And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, directing your attention to the center ring once more, we present the Jumping Jacks. And here they come, laughing and scratching.
Hey!
That elephants never forget, and they will never forget, your local Dominion store, your wonderful shopping center right downtown, has insisted that we try their quality products on Big Ellie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Ellie doesn't have any teeth. She just has two big bones that she crushes all of that. There goes Ellie eating her supper thanks to Dominion. She'll finish it outside. And now we present Captain David Snyder, Captain David Noter, and his trained Palomino ponies.
Keep it cool. Go ahead, Button. Tex, stay out there, Button. Come in. Come in. Come in, Tex. Take it easy, Buster. Come up, Finley. Finley, you're cruising for a bruising. Hey, Julie, come over here. Hurry up, Julie. Hey, Button. 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 Come over in this ring. Hey, you're on the wrong side of her, Bill. Chase her over this way. Come in. Come in. Come in here. Oh. Come up, Julie. Get over it. Go ahead, Jumper. Go ahead, Jumper. Cool it, you little bench-legged booger. Get in your place. Come on, get in your place. We goddamn plumbers. You better never leave it. You understand, huh? Do you? Come on. Ho! Okay, audience, applaud, you little boogers.
The Funny Clown.
Let's get those trucks out of the mud before they get stuck into the axles. Come on, get a move on.
Come here, come here. Come here, listen. Come here.
Are you ready? All right, pick it up. Pick it up. Come here to me. Come here to me. Come here, Alex. Move it up. Move it up. Move it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Move it up. Easy, man. Let the ball get it. Move it up. Get those balls. Move it up.
Come here. All right, move it up. Move it up. Move it up. I was panic. Move it up. Move it up. One hand. Move up. Move up. Ready. All right, go ahead. Move up. Come here. Come here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come here, come here.
here, move up. Come over here, move up.
Okay.
Come here. Get
Rigs and rigs. Ladies and gentlemen, we have worked all the way up to the conclusion of our circus performance, and you've been a fine audience. You know, if audiences were paid, you'd be worth $1 million. Thank you, each and every one of you. Please take your time coming down out of the seats and use the front way and the front way out only. Thank you, each and every one of you.
It's wake-up time. Another beautiful day. Hey, Harold?
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
Sun's up. Jim?
Yeah.
Are you awake? Yeah. Hello, John. It's easy, beautiful in the morning.
Good morning, people of Canada. This is one nice, beautiful morning.
Burf? Good God, what a face. Are you ready? It's time to do it. Where's Billy? And where's Burf? Burf is not here. Wake up. Greet the new day with a smile.
Find out what Burf is.
That's a good idea. Hey, where is Burf?
Huh?
Where's Burf?
I don't know. He took off.
With everything?
What do you mean, everything?
I mean, is his baggage here?
No.
Oh, I guess Burf is gone.
I thought you knew about that.
No, I didn't know about that.
What might have happened to Burf?
He might have quit.
Just like that?
Yep. That's the way it happens sometimes.
Oh,
Hey, Jimmy, can I get your recipe for your coffee?
Put it on and boil it.
I say, Burf say anything to you about blowing last night?
No, he didn't.
Well, did Bruce leave?
I don't think so. He's usually in the cabin 74.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cab of 74. Which one's that? Oh, you mean the white truck? Okay, here we go.
Pay him enough to keep him stiff, but not enough to blow. Huh?
Good.
Hey, Barney? Are you awake? Where's Steve? All of his stuff gone?
Oh, no one remember that he's gonna blow. Let's put it in.
Okay, who's up there? Jim? Hey, Jim?
Yeah.
Is Steve gone?
It must be Johnny. All his stuff's gone. Oh, his stuff is.
Oh, God damn it. He's on the manifest. Well, that's great. Okay, well, it's wake-up time.
How many have left, John?
What?
How many men gone?
It's 2 so far.
You lost 6 of them in the last 24 hours.
Right.
6.
6?
Yep.
Yeah, I've lost 6 guys in the last 24 hours.
Something wrong.
Burf, Bruce, and...
They all owe me big bills.
So what are you going to do tonight?
Probably do an awful lot of working.
That's one thing that they always forget. No matter who leaves this goddamn thing, the show will go on. I don't know why.
How's the bookkeeping there, Jimmy?
She left me, owed me money.
How much?
Burf owes about $20. The other one owes about 10. So, just turn into the office. Nothing I can do.
Hey, Ellie. What is this?
Go ahead. All right. That's enough. You want some coffee?
She's ready to go. Had her coffee in the morning, she's ready to go. Had her coffee in the morning and ready to go. Now she's going after Jimmy.
Morning.
The news this morning, Al.
Looks like rain this morning. Doesn't look too good, does it?
long jump, 70 miles.
What was your news this morning? What did you hear?
I didn't hear anything this morning so far. I just got up. Why, something happened? No?
Yep.
Yeah?
Heard that Burf's gone.
Burf's gone? You're kidding.
One or two others.
One or two others. We want to be short 3 or 4 people for a few days.
Who's going to do the flame trick?
I don't know.
Can you?
No. John can eat fire. But Burf will be back. He won't be gone for too long.
How long
I'm
do you
sure.
think he'll be gone?
2 or 3 days. He'll be back. He can't do anything else. What else is he going to do? Go back to working in a upholstery factory? I don't think so. No, he'll be back.
Get out of there. Get out. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone now.
Well, right outside of Ancaster, Ontario, brakes failed on the Hippo truck and it hit a farmer on a tractor. It knocked the farmer into the ditch. Luckily, he was okay, but his tractor was completely demolished.
Well, trailer brakes, they didn't have the valves on, but with the valves on, they still leak.
Oh, they still leak.
Yeah. So we'll want that looked at.
Okay, and the tractor needs brakes, right?
Tractor, yeah, both brakes.
Okay. A little more.
About an hour
We appreciate all your help.
But
Sorry for your inconvenience. I didn't ruin your coffee break. Yeah, have to run over. Okay, thanks again. We sure appreciate it.
We'll be in later on today.
Okay, that's fine.
How are you today? Good. How's things in Miami? It's sunny. It's sunny up here. It's been good and cold at nights and warm in the daytime. So, yeah, but I imagine it's a lot hotter down there. Good. You got any snakes? Yes. 14-foot cobra. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I want. If you got it, I want something like a 10 or 14-foot Burmese python. I don't have that much money to spend. Somewhere around $200, $250. Well, I need it for the summer. I need it as fast as possible. I'd like you to put on a plane, so it'll be either into Toronto or London. London's the closest airport where we're showing today and tomorrow. But what do you got for a pit show? You got anything that's unusual? Like we have any 3-toed sloth? Nothing. Huh? Okay, Mr. Chase. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
We work 7 days a week, and we get up at 7. Quite often won't get to bed till about 2 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't really bother me any, neither do the other guys, because we travel. A lot of guys will sleep between town to town. It's all kind of all right.
I learned.
What have you learned?
To go to school and learn your education, not to do this till you got your education. Why would you like to work in the candy shop?
I get to eat all the candy, and if I work with the elephants, I can ride on them.
Yeah, but that way you don't make no money if you eat all the candy.
Do
you?
Who wants to make money? He needs to get fed.
It's not bad. You get your meals free, a place to sleep, travel. It's all right.
So how we do last night, Hazel?
$567 on the advance and $370 gross on the box office.
So the rain killed us.
You could say that, yeah.
Could have finished that off.
Well, the record knocked us off for?
About $35, I think it was. That was actually cheap. He was out there about an hour and a half.
It's a total of $269.44.
Going up there.
Yep. Quit spending all this money out. We're not going to make the payroll.
Well, this week's been a little down. That's my bankroll, right?
Now you're ready for your next trick. Stand up.
1. You're going to do each trick 3 times. Now lean down and lift your legs off. There you go. Okay, now you're ready to do the foot loop. Hook your leg over the bar. Put your foot up in the loop. Lean back. Put your hand down on that second rung and push out. Now do your Anashikats. Lean out and point your toes and smile.
Well, the main reason we sit up so high, some people, they're always asking us because they have to reach up for the change. Well, in the old days, that was the idea. You used to push the change out to them and they couldn't reach their change. Or they used to put a little mat on the ground and cover it with dirt and they'd push their change and then fall down in the sand. And of course, at night after everybody was gone, you'd shake the mat out and there was all the change. As years went on, you found out that the honest way was the best way. So nowadays, there's not too much of that. But that was the idea of the high counter, that they'd put their change and the people would reach up trying to get it, Of course, they'd always leave some because they couldn't pick it all up, And but our counter here is high, too. But, yes, ma'am. You sure can. Did you dress up specially for the circus tonight?
No.
You didn't?
No.
That's a pity. Thank you. Is your boyfriend isn't in there?
No.
There's lots of boys in there. You'll do all right. Would you like a change, please?
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget it. But I think it's mainly nowadays so you don't catch colds and everything else for all these people.
Where's the main? Is that
That's the main entrance right there, ma'am. Yes?
Okay, Billy, I certainly appreciate you coming up and volunteering to do the fire eating and sideshow. Since Burf has left us, why it leaves us without a fire eater. I don't know where he is or why he left us, but nevertheless, we do need a fire eater, and you're going to be it. And I appreciate very much you volunteering to do it. There's a few basic things that you should know to keep from getting hurt, because fire eating is not that hard. It's something that mystifies the public because normally people don't put fire in their mouth, but it's not that hard. Okay. Now all you do is pinch it and bring it right over here immediately, see, and light that torch. See how easy that one goes out because it's smaller? You can do that anywhere on your body. Just touch it. You won't have much hair left on your hand, but you can always light the torch. You can light it from your tongue also. This way.
Yes, ma'am. Little one. Petite. There you go.
2 adults, 2 children.
All right, $7.50, please, sir.
Now just reach over there and grab it like I did and touch that torch. Just touch it. There, see how you blow it out now. Blow that torch out. Okay, now do it again. Right back over, real fast. Okay, there, now blow it out again. Are you burning your fingers?
No.
Oh, okay, now the torch is out. Now we'll try the tongue. What you want to do, here, I'm going to burn my shirt, boy. Tip your head back and stick your tongue out. And trust me, okay? Are you ready? We got wind coming. See? Just like that. Did it hurt?
No.
Okay, now you try it. Now don't touch the wire, touch the gas. Now watch your flame now. Right in here, get coordinated. Don't do it slow, do it fast. Go right in there and that's it. Now you got it. All right, always blow that torch out. Keep that torch blood. You're not going to put this one in your mouth, you don't care how long it burns. But that torch you want out. Now, again, the action. Watch the action that I do to get that torch in my mouth and close it out. Right around it. Don't be afraid of it. The minute you put it in, don't breathe in, just put your mouth right around it, it'll go out. Okay, you want to try it? Try it. Take your time. Put it out. Put your lips right down in there fast and think about what you're doing. As long as you're thinking, you ain't going to get hurt. I'll guarantee it. Are you ready? Don't breathe in. Remember, don't breathe in. Don't do this. You got white makeup on and you get black soot on it, but you know what you're doing now? Now you need to get some gasoline and practice.
All righty. Bells one child, $5.75. Well, you're paying, are you? All righty, $5.75. It's about time he took you out, isn't it?
Pardon?
Say it's about time.
Right now, the only thing I'm interested in you doing is with the fingers to light the torches. You can light it from your toe. You can light it from a lot of things and cool the girls off. Or you can put it in your mouth
and close it out. That's all we need because we need the torches on the ballet platform. That's primary. The torches attract attention. You notice how the crowd stops when they go out there? When they're coming out on the blow-off, we can stop a crowd with those torches. That's what we want them for. So you practice. You've done it once now. All you got to do is practice a little bit. You're a fire eater. You replace El Flamo, the great. You're the new El Flamo.
The next young man I'm about to introduce to you is known the world over as Flamo, the Human Torch. He's a third-generation fire eater. His father and his grandfather were fire eaters before him, having learned the art in the Orient many, many years ago. He uses no chemicals in his mouth whatsoever. Those torches have been soaked in gasoline, and they are hot. Please give your undivided attention to El Flamo. And girls, it's my turn to try to entertain you with a few feats of prestidigitation.
I would like to ask your cooperation during the next act to remain in your seats at all times. High above rings number 1 and rings number 3, we present the Royal Brothers Circus Aerial Ballet featuring Miss Virginia and Miss Antoinette.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have worked all the way up to the conclusion of our circus performance, and you've been a fine audience. You know, if audiences were paid, you'd be worth $1 million. Thank you, each and every one of you.
What acts have you done over the years?
Over the years, I'm a head bouncer. That's where the ball spot comes from. Head bouncing trapeze. Did a high act out on the road. But all the shows in the country. Well, the Ringer show from on down, the Hagenbeck Wallace show for 17 years before they sold my act. You're thinking I'm bullshitting you, but I'm not. That's just the truth. I can't do anything else. That's all I know. The only thing I own is I own a lot. I own a lot in the Showman Cemetery in Hugo, Oklahoma. A little 6x6. It belongs to me in the cemetery there. And that's it. Now I'm about finished right now. I'm about to finish. I have to. I mean, what the heck? You can only go so long. That's all there is to it.
Harry Rooks was right. You only go so long. He died 3 months after the show closed. The canvas truck finally gave out in Marathon, Ontario, and the elephant truck broke in half. We managed to fix it. Burf, the fire eater, never returned, and we heard later he had joined the army. Our hippo And God love him, he died in Rostern, Saskatchewan, and we had to dig a big hole at the end of the field and have a bulldozer push him in, and that was the end of him. And despite all the storms, the wrecks, the people leaving, all these misfortunes, we had the best year ever. And we've dried our socks out, and we're going to take a shot at it next year.